Started.
Aubert. Okay, well, that's time for e4. Played c4 and d4 recently. e4, e5, c5 rather, a Sicilian. Okay, looks like a classical. e6, a Skevadingen. Let's see, he hasn't played knight f6, so I can't play g5. I can try the Maroczy bind here. He hasn't attacked the e pawn. It's interesting. He's really delayed the development of the kingside knight. Knight f6 normally has been played long before this. Okay, so the queen is putting pressure on this knight, but this pawn is still defended. I mean, it's not under attack, so it doesn't matter that it's not defended. So I think I can just develop my bishop and castle. Okay, now he attacks it. So now I have to defend it. Let's defend like this. And castle. So it seems like a reasonable Maroczy bind type of position. I can play my knight to, or my rook to c1 would be like a normal move. I want to get in knight to d5 if I can, and that'll happen if I can chase his queen back to c7. That's a trick that happens sometimes. Okay, let's start with rook c1. Then later I'll play a3 and b4 to try and chase his queen around. And he goes directly for this move, knight here. So it can't come in here or here, but it is attacking this the c pawn. Okay, let's just defend. That's the other point of rook c1, is it defended the knight here. So b3 was a possible move. Okay, so I went over to the king side. Now I could play knight to a4, maybe to b6. If he plays b5, I will take it. Okay. I thought that was good somehow. I thought that's just winning a pawn. So take with the knight or the bishop? Probably the knight. I want to clear this diagonal for the bishop. So knight to b6 is possible. Knight takes here is possible, but it can get pinned. Knight takes d6 is risky, as they say. Knight takes d6, rook d8. Is there a way out of that pin? Okay, now he's going for this pin. So this knight hops back. Where should it go to? It could come into c7, right? Knight to c7, bishop takes, queen takes, and then he has to move the rook. But where does it go from there? Might get stranded on c7. Its only square back is back to b5 here. Okay, so let's just do the, I guess, the normal thing. And I'll bring my other rook to the center. He chases this knight. The f5 square is available for the knight. That looks good. Hitting that bishop. Aubert is playing too fast, I think. He's still at 8 minutes. And I'm down to 6 minutes. Okay, he had an idea. That's good. But I can take the bishop with check. And then take the pawn.
Check.
And when I take the pawn, he takes back with the knight, hitting my bishop. Does this bishop have a good square? Maybe just here. Could also take with the queen, but yeah, he goes with the knight. There's also bishop to c5 hitting the rook, but that doesn't seem to accomplish a whole lot. I like the bishop over here.
Server announcement.
Let's see, maybe it comes around this way and hits the pawn. So it's 4 pawns against 3 over here and 2 against none over here. If I go to an endgame, I'm winning. So probably I just centralize all my pieces and try and provoke some exchanges. I was thinking he's helping me out here. rook to d1 was what I was thinking, putting pressure on the knight. Let's go there now anyway. Keep his knight from... No, his knight can still go to d5 here. Where does my queen want to go? Let's see, he's got checks on this diagonal, so maybe I should be prepared to meet those checks. Go to some square where maybe I can block the diagonal. Okay, he goes over to the queen side. Let's see, I can play rook to... No, I can't play rook there. Knight's guarding it. If I move the knight, I lose this pawn. Let's lift a rook. This rook defends the a-pawn and also the g-pawn, so his knight can't so easily make threats here. Did weaken my back rank a bit. Okay, so he secured his back rank. Now I can bring the knight into the game. Let's see, knight here, he attacks it, comes over here, knight takes, rook takes, and he checks me here. I'm not sure I like that. So maybe that's premature. Let's double the rooks here. I didn't want to move the knight in front of the queen where it gets pinned, so that's why I'm thinking knight b6. Okay, he's coming in that way. So he's allowing me to trade off one pair of rooks here. Let's see. Check, rook takes, check, king here. Is there a nice check on the queen? That the queen has a check here. How does he defend it? He just blocks it with the pawn. And then I have to bring my rook back. Okay, let's leave the rooks in place. The knight now can come to... okay, so he's going for this check on the back rank then. So if I play knight to... yeah, that's no good. Okay, so rook here, pinning the rook. He takes. He comes here, check. I take. He takes. I go here. Queen there. I don't like that. Rook here. Yeah, maybe it was a mistake to weaken my back rank that way. Let's drop the queen back. Okay, he's thinking of going that way. So now if I play my rook here, comes here with check, I take it. He takes, I take back with the queen. I can't take, yes, take here. So this provokes an exchange, I think. That's favorable to me. Get rid of some of the pressure on the back rank. You know, like I said, I have this winning endgame. I don't want to lose, lose to a mating attack in the middle game. I want to survive. Okay, so let's get off one pair of rooks. Takes with the knight. Now I always have this check. Let's trade another pair of rooks. This should make my job easier. Actually, maybe I can't actually take, because he gets a pawn. There. That should force some exchanges. So if he advances the pawn, I can take with the knight, because the knight defends. After he takes back, then I have to defend here with the rook. But then this pawn is hanging, right? I can take this pawn with the queen. Okay, so he keeps the queen on and he threatens here, which is okay. Maybe, what's the best way to deal with this? I can take his knight. He's not threatening here. He's not threatening anything. Okay, so he's just going into an endgame where he's a rook down. That's a much easier endgame to win than just winning with the pawns.
Resigns.
Okay, we'll upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.